Okay, you guys, so this is 6.3 and we're going to be writing two-step equations. And your objective is that you will be able to write two-step equations with an 80% accuracy given the homework after the lesson. So the first thing we're going to go over is algebraic tiles. Some of you might benefit from this, some of you might not need them, but I'm going to show them to you. That way you can have the little extra visual there. Now, whenever you see a long tile like this, usually it's going to be yellow, but my yellow doesn't show. So it's a positive variable. Again, the x that you don't know what it is, the y, that whatever variable they give you. If it's a long red tile, that's going to represent our negative variables. Any boxes, or these are rectangles and these are squares. So the little squares, if it's yellow, or in this case has a plus sign, mine is going to be green, it's going to be a positive one. And then the red one is a negative one tile. Okay, so for instance, if they give me 3x minus 4, okay, I'm gonna do the expression first because I know that we didn't do the tiles in class. So I'm gonna just do the expression first. So if I have 3x, that means I'm gonna have 3 long tiles because I don't know what the value of actually, the x is. So that's gonna represent my 3x, because this is a positive and there I have 3x's, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3x. Okay, now in this case I'm subtracting 4, and because this one doesn't have variables, it's gonna be the regular 1 tiles, but because I am subtracting, now I'm gonna see that as a negative. So I'm gonna take 4 of those small tiles. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that's my expression. Now if I bump it up to an equation, remember it's gonna add the equal sign to something on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make that my equation. So what you do right here is gonna create a box and you're gonna do a line right here to separate the two sides of the equation. So I have 3x minus 4, so I'm done. But now right here I have 5. Now they are positive, so I'm gonna use my green. And your book you see yellow, so it's gonna be 5 positive tiles, and that is it with representing or modeling with algebraic tiles. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna go to writing a variable description of an equation. So for instance, if I have 5x plus 50 equals 120, okay, and I'm gonna think that this is how much I'm paying to belong to an art studio on a yearly subscription or membership. Okay, so the 120 that I can use as an example, okay, and you can use anything else that you would like to. I can say, you know what, so I can say, okay, you're gonna pay $120 because that's always my total cost, right? For an art studio, okay, annual or yearly membership. Okay, now, so that's my 120, so I got that checked. Okay, so that's my total. Okay, so I'm gonna say, okay, so how can I use these numbers? Well, I can say, you know what? So I have to pay, there's a $50 initial, because remember, this is my initial value. Doesn't have a variable, so that's a constant, so it doesn't change. So I'm going to say it's okay. So it's gonna be 100 total for the whole year, but up front, okay, or initial value, I have to pay $50. Okay, so that's a one-time payment. Okay, so this is a one-time payment. Okay, so it's one-time payment used to sign up. Okay, and then I might say, you know what, we need to find how much you're gonna pay, in 5 times a year. Okay, so that means that you have 5 equal payments. Okay, so you pay $50 just to get in, and then they're gonna divide that by 5 because it's gonna be your monthly payment. Okay, and then say you pay 120 for an art studio yearly membership upfront. You pay $50 one-time payment, and then there's 5 equal payments remaining. Okay, so if I want to try to figure out the value of x, I can do that. So let me do that really quick for you guys. Remember, I'm going to do opposite operations, so I have to subtract this, and you will see that in the next lesson, so don't worry about it if you don't get it right now. So that's 70. So if I divide 70 by 5, it's going to be $14. So then so I'm going to make 14 payments of, I'm going to make 5 payments of $14 for each of those payments to finish up my 120. But don't worry about finding the x right now. Just pay attention to the verbal description. Okay. So now right here, we're gonna write an equation given information. So there are 3 steps to it. First, I need to identify what am I looking for, right? So what's my variable? And I'm just gonna use x in this case. And then I'm gonna say, okay, what's the important information that I can use to write that equation? And then lastly, we're gonna write the equation. So let's start highlighting or underlining the information that I'm given on this variable description. So it says that a membership for a gym costs $460 a year. And that includes a $40 fee to sign up. So this is going to be my B. I already know that when I say signing up, that's going to be my B because that's my initial value. Okay. And then the rest is going to be paid monthly. Okay. So I need to see how much I'm going to be paying monthly. Okay. So again, if you want to do, and this is actually more for 8th grade, you'll see in 8th grade, but we're going to do here, we'll do this. I'm going to do y equals k, and then I'm going to call it b for my constant, which is mass. Okay, so number 1, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the monthly fee. And I can call it m or x, whatever you guys want to do. I'm going to call it x just because I like x. And then number 2 is, what information do I have? Well, I know the total is 460. And then I also know that there's an initial fee of $40. Okay. And then number 3, I'm going to write the equation. Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to write the fee, which is $40. Okay. And then I'm going to say plus the 12 monthly payments. Okay. So plus the 12 monthly payments, 12 times, I don't know what the monthly payment is. So I'm just going to call the X. And I'm going to raise the dollar sign here. And then I'm going to say, and that's going to be equal the total amount, right? Which is 460. So that's how we write my equation. Again, the fee is $40 plus 12 monthly payments, and that's going to equal 460. I can also rewrite it in this way, which is the same thing. Okay. So that's how I write a 2-step equation with the information given. Again, figure out what you're looking for, which is my monthly payments, and then what information do I have that's important, total, initial, okay, and then write the equation. Okay. Remember, math is magical. You're amazing. Thank you.